Guys, I don't know what it is with antifreeze and animals, but it's like going to West Virginia and shaking a bottle of Percocets. They just come running. Hey guys, welcome back to Crosshair Garage. So, if you watched my little Halloween spooktacular, which was amazing, it was so much fun. Anyway, go back and watch it if you haven't. But what I figured out was this is it. This is dropped all the way down. No shocks. The shocks were giving us an extra ½ inch of lift. I'm not happy with this setup one bit. The problem is that I'm wanting to build something low. You know, I'm bagging it. I want it low. I want frame touching the ground type deal. I'm 12 inches.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
From where the bottom of the body is to the ground. So that means that if I brought this up, I'd be gaining 4 inches, which give me 8 inches to the ground. So I'm going to create a C-notch that's 8 inches above this rail. Sound like fun? Not really. That's what we're going to do. And I've got some cardboard cut out that is going to represent our 4-inch. I got a 2x4 piece of stock over there. It's 1/4 inch wall. It'll work great for what we're doing. Hopefully we have enough to do both sides. And I'm going to get busy on that. So I'm going to do a little template because my, I'm not good with geology and I'll screw it all up. So I'm going to use this to get everything into position where I want it. I know I need to come from this mount. I need to come up 12 inches, which is a fair amount. It is to here. So I need to come up quite a bit. It'll be fun. We're gonna build a lowrider, guys. All right, guys, so what I got here is I took this piece and I brought it out an inch past these this mount on this bag for this bag mount. And then I brought this piece, which is going to represent my 12 inches that I need to come up. So I want to get that in the center there. I want to get that centered up, and that's going to represent, and I realize that this is actually 16 inches because I got the additional 4 on there, but I want to put the bag mount at the bottom of this so that I can add gussets and stuff, add some strength to it. So I'm going to get this stuck there in the center, and then we're going to bring our pieces down. And that's how I'm going to deconstruct it, because if I start messing with angles and stuff out of my head, it's going to be wrong. I'm going to be fighting myself all day. This is going to be the easiest way. Okay, so I still got a center line marked here from the last time I did this. Yes. It's par for the course for me to do things over and over. So let me mark a center line here. So line those two centers up. All right, so let's check some measurements now before we move any further. So this will represent this line. It should be on my center line, and this line should be at the top of the frame rail. So we line our center lines up again, and we line that up, top of the frame rail. That should give us our 8 inches up to here. We'll measure that, double check it. 8 inches, perfect. All right. So now this is the length that we need to mount this bag mount. So we want to come down. We're going to be going inside the frame, so we're not going to be sitting out. Which I'm going to lose those numbers. I'm going to save those numbers. 11,000. If anybody out there in the Willys world knows why this frame is stamped 11,000, was it the 11,000th frame made? I don't know, but you tell me. I think it's kind of neat. I'll probably take a picture of that just to have. Why not? It's cool. It's neat when you find little stamp numbers. Anyway, so now I need to decide. So I want this to come down. I need everything to be able to clear. So it needs to come out to the end of this, if that makes sense to you. So let me get busy on that. So I do have a couple more of these 4 inchers. They're approximately 4 inches. All right, you know, it's Amazon boxes, whatever. They work. I really don't want to just build a square box. That's just not what I'm shooting for here. You remember when I started this and I said, hey, if I'm 4 days into building this, it's or 4 videos into building this, it's a little ridiculous. I think I passed that at this point. But you know what? I want it how I want it. That's the thing. I don't want to go that far back because I'm going to start interrupting with that body mount there. I hate the thought of just doing that straight up and down, but I may not have much of a choice. Because I got my shock mount here, I got my body mount here, which you guys, I just realized you can't see, but that's what we got going on. Yeah, so that's kind of how it's going to have to be back over here, back on this side. I just don't have much of a choice over here, except to build something that's kind of ugly. I got to do a little tape reinforcement here. All right, so this strange contraption is what I came up with. Let me line up my center line again. Line up my frame. Basically like that. It's kind of the epitome of ugly, isn't it? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. All right, so I came around those corners and give a little better look. You know, I'll just cap them off. I do have some 2-inch strap, pretty sure. I may use it, I don't know. I've got something though, I'll figure something out. I mean, it's 1/4-inch plate. I'll stick a piece of 16 gauge on it. I don't care. It's just to cap it. I suppose I could do the same down in here, so it's not just so square looking. I don't like that. Of course, this piece here isn't going to be here. That's not part of the equation. It's all going to be open. We can round these corners. I think that'll be fine. It'll give it something. I mean, while we're sitting here looking at it, it'll look better. You know what sucks is this is what I hate about all the rat rods and stuff, all the people who were Zing their frames back in the day. I hated this. I hate this boxed up look, but there's really nothing I can really do. I don't have any, fancy bending tools to bend that piece of rod, or else I just bring it off here and make a big swoopity swoop, but I don't have those I don't have $500,000 tools. Sorry guys, I don't. I have an angle grinder, a cheap plasma cutter, and a welder. So nobody's going to be making documentaries about me anytime soon is what I'm saying. So yeah, this is where we're at. I need to figure out my measurements, see if I even have enough of this stock to do 2 of these. I hope I do. And I'm gonna go from there. This piece over here, I believe what my thought process is gonna be is, since this piece is angled, I think I'm gonna run that, and I'm gonna go to this edge here, give it a pie cut, and figure out how much of a cut that how much of a pie I need to make in that in order to drop that down. Now I'm looking at it, I don't have nearly enough stock. So we might be able to bust one of these out. I think that's pretty much where we're going to sit. We're going to bust one of them out. I got to pick up another piece of that stock. Dang. That sucks. So this video is going to be really late. Yeah, just the way it goes sometimes, guys. So here's what I figured out, guys. I don't have enough stock to even make one of these. I need 5 feet per side, and this just isn't going to work. Because what I want to do is I want to pie cut these and bring them down. That way I got that strength on that back side. I'm only welding 3 sides of this. We're going to move on. We're going to head up front, I think, because I can't do anything, you know? Really wish I could, but I can't, so I won't. You know, do you feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? All right, so since I can't do anything here, give me a minute. I'm gonna decide what we are gonna do. All right, guys, so I got old Buck Nasty here about ready to pull out. Getting ready to pull old 51 horsepower, 51. Look at this. She ain't playing no jokes though. Look at this. Powered by Ford. It's not just manufactured by Ford, it's power. Straight power by Ford. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of goofy stuff going on here. I'll tell you what, the use of zip ties on this motor, well, this guy gets a hard C-. Now, don't get me wrong, when I do this, I put everything back together, there's going to be plenty of zip ties. Just how you use those zip ties. You want those zip ties looking good. I also noticed up here, look at this. There's a 1/16 of an inch clearance right there. And I don't know what the thought process was behind that. But wowzers. I mean, we're going to be replacing this cross member when we get the new front end. I'm pretty sure anyway, I would think. This cross member ain't going to stay. But Piston, get out of here. Piston's been trying to, you know, ever since a little bit of antifreeze dropped on the ground, he's been thrilled. Look at this little plastic fan. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know. This was like Brother Bill and Uncle Junebug were out there changing this. And Brother Bill said, Uncle Junebug, how are we ever going to change that belt? And Junebug was like, it's new, why would we change it? I don't know what the hell's going on here, but we're going to yank this thing out of here because that's Piston, get away from my coffee. I mean it for the last time. Anyway, we're going to yank this thing out of here. I think we're just going to set it over there. Here's the problem is I don't want to start running out of space, so I kind of cleaned up a little spot over there to put the engine and transmission. I got the transmission unbolted from the cross member, and I forgot that I had this creeper here, guys. I bought a creeper, I don't know, about 3-4, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know. I was going to say 3-4 weeks, but it's been longer than that. Maybe 2 months ago. And you know, the biggest problem with this creeper is I have yet to come flying out from under this thing in grease lightning. So look for that at some point, because that's got to happen. I think I got it down to where I got 2 bolts to remove to yank old Power 51 out of here. And you know, I got some hillbilly stuff going on here, guys, I ain't gonna lie. So on the other side, I was able to find a bolt to grab onto. Over here I wasn't, so I got myself a muffler clamp, and I'm just gonna grab it underneath there. Hopefully that'll work. This thing may come crashing down is what I'm saying. But I'm gonna get y'all out of the way. I don't wanna break the camera. And I don't wanna break the piston, so he better stay out of the way. We got some rain going on outside. Ooh, Willys in the rain. That's a good looking car. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get it covered up though, guys. I don't want it sitting out there all winter in the rain and snow and everything else, and you know what I'm saying. So let's get this thing out of here. Also, if anybody's missing a pink screwdriver, Lord, I don't know where this came from. Now, if all my calculations are correct, this thing will yank right out of here at this point. We've got to separate it from the drive shaft. Let me tie that drive shaft up, actually. I don't want it smacking on the ground. We got new universals. There we go, piece of wood. That always works. Y'all can see old Mr. Wolf that ass is ready to come out. Oh crap. So we're just going to let her sit here and drain some transmission fluid for like 3 hours. Then we'll set it over there. Piston, you stay away from here. Piston, stay away. I see you. Piston. Guys, I don't know what it is with antifreeze and animals, but it's like going to West Virginia and shaking a bottle of Percocets. They just come running. By the way, I'm allowed to make that joke because I'm from Kentucky. What you got there? What you got? We'll go over this in a minute, guys. I want to get this antifreeze cleaned up before piston gets into it. All right, guys, so here she is, giving you a shot straight down the barrel over. Obviously, these motor mounts aren't going to work. We're going to have to pull those out. You know what, these are, I was looking at them before, and if you think my welds are ugly, you should see these. But everything pretty much up here is going to have to come out. Y'all want to see the cutest little master cylinder? Look at how adorable that little thing is. Hey JB, remember when we bled these brakes? Did nothing? I think our culprit's right here. Because we do have new wheel cylinders on all four corners. Well, we did back there. We got disc brakes now. But at the time of purchase, we had new wheel cylinders on all four corners, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at, folks. We don't anymore. We're not gonna strip this any further though until we get our front suspension, our independent front suspension in. But this is good because now I can take some accurate calculations, figure some stuff out. Shouldn't be a problem. I am gonna pull this cross member that I made out. And I think I'm gonna, like I said before, I was like, oh, I'm not worried about those ends being where you can see through them. Now it kind of bothers me as I look at it. It just looks incomplete. Excuse me, about swallowed something there. Anyway, so I'll probably do that and get a fresh coat of paint on that. You know, that's something to do in the meantime while I'm waiting, because it's going to be till Tuesday at least before I can get some metal for the to do the C-notch. So I'll probably do that in the meantime. And the point in filming that. And I don't know, I may have to cut this video here, guys, because I don't know what else I could, you know, I'd love to do the C-notch. It's just not gonna, it's not gonna be ready in time. This ain't gonna be much of a video, but I am making progress. Just letting you guys know I'm making some progress. We have old ass whooping 51 horsepower right here. I don't know how many horsepower this is, guys. I don't know. Some people swear by these straight six Fords. Some people say they're junk. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not running it. It's not what I want. You know, and mainly because I like V8s. All right, I'm guilty. I like V8s. So I'm running the small block. Gonna hook it up now. Drop in the comments. Should I rebuild the transmission while I got it out? What do you think? Think a rebuild kit on it is, I don't know, $200-300 maybe cheaper. I don't know. But should I go ahead and rebuild it while I got it out? You know how I go on this stuff. I'm like, well, while I'm here, might as well do it. So should I do it? I don't know. Thing is transmissions, like most people, transmissions are a little bit, they're kind of UFOs to me. I don't know a great deal about them. So what is going on here? Hold up. Told y'all I can't work that tripod to say. How is a tripod screwing me up? Do y'all have any clue? Every time. But yeah, I don't know. What's your comments? What's your thoughts on the C4? Should I rebuild it? It is in 1968. You know, I'm guessing the bands in there are pretty worn. Piston, I swear to God. Piston, knock it off. I gotta turn a fan on that situation. Piston, go. I swear to you guys, I never yell at my cat. I don't let him die. I love the little guy. Anyway, he just tried to get on the creeper and it rolled away from him. He freaked out. Anyway, yeah, so let me know your thoughts there as far as the transmission goes. If you think I should rebuild it while I'm here. If you give a crap, if you don't give a crap, if you're like, nah, you know what, don't rebuild it because you want to see me, you know, get this thing together, get 10 miles down the road and the thing go out. Could happen. I would just take this transmission shop down the road that does rebuilds, but I'm guessing they're going to charge me what it costs for me to go get a good transmission to rebuild this thing. I may stop in and ask them, try to save myself the trouble of that so I can stay on this. Because if I'm not lying to you guys, if I get into that transmission, that's going to be a couple weeks right there. Because I'm going to be meticulously placing stuff out. I have to build a cage so that the piston doesn't get up there and knock any parts that I have labeled out. So anyway, I don't know. Y'all let me know. What would you do? This is your project. What would you do? Would you go ahead and rebuild it? I don't know. Would you? Or would you say screw it? Would you? Anyway, I apologize to the people out in West Virginia for making that joke. Actually, I don't know. It was a good joke. I used to work with some good old boys from West Virginia. Well, I used to do some travel and HVAC stuff. And there was this group from West Virginia, and they were about the funniest. I'll tell you what, if OSHA ever would have rolled up on one of our job sites with those boys, we would have been shut down quick. They were a wild crew. So anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. And you know, drop me some comments, let me know. I'm gonna get to measuring so I can get a definite answer on what I'm gonna do on the front end here. Now, you know what, let's take a measurement real quick. And I'm doing this to show you guys, let's see, for 32 inches. That's narrow. Now, here's the deal. If this was a, you know, a 50s Ford or a 50s Chevrolet pickup truck, you know, then I could just go to like Helix or whatever it is. What's the name of that company? And order one that would be a direct fit. You know, I mean, you might have to do a little bit of, you know, modification here and there, but it's made to fit that. A lot of companies make them to fit some of the more popular cars. 54 Bel Airs, especially the Tri-5s and stuff like that. 62 Willys. Come on now. So I got to do some. You know what? If you guys know of a kit that'll work for this, that you think would be awesome on this, drop me a message. Let me know. Like I said, I just measured it between the length. From the outside to the outside of the frame rails, right where you see where the front end's going to mount up is 32 inches. Inside to inside, we're like 28 inches. So, those are pretty basic measurements. If you know something, let me know. Please drop me a comment, shoot me an email. Follow me on, I'll never get this right. I don't even know why I tried. TikTok, Instagram. Over here you can email me, CrossFireGarage21, all of it. So, let me know if there's something that you know of that's going to work good for this application. I don't know if there is. I might be hodgepodging some stuff together. I know my brother dropped me a comment and said something about using a Crown Vic front end, but I think it's going to be way too wide. I don't know. I'll look into that as well. So I know it's a popular swap on a lot of the you know, mid 70s or late 70s Fords, but I don't know if it'll work for this application. I don't think it will, but yeah, that's all I got for now. Anyway, y'all, this is actually, Halloween hasn't even happened yet, so y'all stay safe out there. X-ray your candy. Make sure there's no drugs in it. If there's drugs, get that candy from your kid and have fun with it on your own time. Anyway, love you guys. Y'all stay awesome. Bye.